What's up guys? Today on the channel, a brand new FPV backpack. Guys, welcome back to the Drone Camps channel. Hopefully you enjoyed our FPV Fighter live stream last night. We have a brand new winner. It's Austin inspired, so I want to say congratulations to Austin. If you'd like to get into our FPV challenge of winning this competition, we have 2 more rounds left. Right now we're in round 3. Log into our Discord in the link down below and you can submit your videos and get in the competition bracket. It's a lot of fun. Each week we have a champion, and the final week we have our final season 1 champion coming up, and they're going to win stuff from Beta FPV, which is the Meteor 75 Pro, and something from iFlight as well. You can win a Commando 8 radio, so that's super cool. But today we're going to talk about HGLRC brand new FPV backpack. When I got back from Maui this week, I had a travel backpack here sitting here waiting for me to review for you guys, and ironically I didn't get it right before my trip. I would have loved to have this in Hawaii and had my Chimera 7 in there, the rest of my FPV gear. That would have been great. But today, in today's video, we're going to check this backpack out. We're going to show you all the attributes that it has and what the quality is all about. Does it hold up to some of the other ones out there in this price? It's $180, which I think is a pretty good price, because if you've seen some of the other backpack prices out there, they're in the $200 to $300 range for the nicer ones that'll last. And this one, in comparison to some of the cheaper ones, I have some of the cheaper ones, so let's give it a little comparison to the cheapest. And I would say this is probably a mid-grade one versus some of the nicer ones out there, but HGLRC Tech, let's see what they bring. Here we go with the newest FPV backpack. And honestly, before we go inside the main cell of this bag and I show you the compartments, this front 3-panel zip right here comes off. It has a zipper on both sides. So if you're checking this through the airport, this is kind of a cool feature that they put on here. This zipper, I had no idea what it did. I thought it was just another side cell right here underneath this top panel. But if you zip it like that, this whole thing comes off, which is kind of cool. So if you don't want something to grab, you want this to be maybe getting through the airport without damage or kind of snagging on things, that's nice that you can remove that by a zipper on both sides. So it has a zipper on this side as well. We can take that completely off the backpack, which I think is super cool. Just comes off just like that, and then it's a little less grabby for, say, air travel. Now inside the main cell we have removable compartments here, which is cool. You have a couple straps top and bottom to keep things held down. And we got to talk about size on this backpack, because most of you guys are looking for something for 5-inch FPV race quads. And if you're going to fit 5-inch FPV race quads inside this backpack, you're going to need to move around some of these panels to make it lie flat. They will go in there nice. You could probably fit maybe 2 5-inch quads in here with extra padding. If you're trying to put a 5-inch quad in here, say the top panel right here, this is just the default panel. You have to know that it sticks out a little bit just like that. So you probably have about 1.5 inches sticking out for the Mark IV from HGLRC. You can see that right there. And let's check out the bottom panel, this cell down here. And this is the way it came to me. I could probably get this closed, but there's going to be some pressure right there, and I'm not sure that's something that you want when you're traveling. Just, you don't want any motor damage when you arrive. So you can set it flat in here. Let's try it again. And then again, this is the 5-inch FPV race drone. And let's see, looks like, yeah, we have some motors touching the edge of that. So as far as something smaller, like a 3-inch Cinewhoop, if you're running Cinewhoops, you can fit these in there no problem. This is the iFlight Defender 25, fits in both of those cells with, say, 1.5 inches to spare between the prop guards and the top of this main cell. So that looks pretty good for smaller stuff. But if you're gonna travel with something like a 7-inch, this is the Chimera 7, which is one of the larger 7-inch out there. I think that it could probably squeeze in here, but it does have just enough room to get this quad in there without the props on. If you're trying to put stuff inside this main cell. And if you're traveling, that's how I would do it. I'm not a real big fan of hanging quads off the outside of my FPV backpacks, just because, well, I don't want to arrive somewhere with a damaged quad. But I think the quality of this one is probably somewhere in the middle as far as the stuff that's available for an FPV backpack in 2023. And I think my favorite feature that I kind of just stumbled upon on the Banggood website is the fact that this is a waterproof exterior bag, and they have these extra zip here. These are zip covers, which allow it to be waterproof. So I think that's a pretty nice attribute of this bag. If you're looking for something that's going to be a little sturdier out there when you're traveling and say you get stuck in the rain, this will come in handy. I also do like these zippers. If these broke, you could probably pull this rope off and kind of make a new one. I've also used like zip tie, just put a zip tie through the zipper and make a brand new pull. But it is nice, and it goes around the finger kind of nice, and it zips up super easy. So I feel like the zippers as well feel good. They're not the extra thick zippers that I've seen on some of the other bags. I would say it's about a medium-sized zipper, but it doesn't get snagged, and it feels good when it's going up and over and around this mainsail. So I think this one will probably hold up at least for sure for a couple years. We'll have to see how time does as far as these clips go as well, these brand new clips. This is a different design, like we mentioned before in this review. It's kind of a magnetic snap type clip, and we'll have to see how these hold up if they withstand the test of time. And as far as the side pocket goes, this is kind of nice right here. The sunglasses fit in there nice. My phone can fit in there as well. Probably a small wallet or credit card. And inside here, we don't have any extra panels. I don't see any extra slots or anything in here for other accessories or tools. It would have been nice to have a couple more cells inside this cell just to have some FPV tools like your drivers and things like that. And as far as the water bottle holder on the side, I think that's what they're trying to do here. It's on an angle though, so if you have a water bottle in here, it's likely that this is not deep enough to really hold a water bottle comfortably. So at certain angles, this might actually fall out of this HGLRC backpack. Now, one other cell you probably didn't see in this review so far is this back cell. I love these back cells. They are so stealth. I've used them in the past to sneak beer into music festivals. Don't try that at home, kids. But a lot of times when you're going through security, they miss these type of zippers if they're searching your bag or whatever. But this is a back laptop cell back here. So this one is super stealthy. It has a lot of padding here between your back and the main cell. So that's kind of important that you don't have your laptop damaged while you're traveling, and that you have a lot of foam between yourself and your laptop. So this is kind of cool that they have this option right here, and you can see there's a ton of soft padding in here, the bottom and the top of this. But right here it looks like it accommodate maybe something like a 15 to 17 inch laptop, possibly a 17, but I would say maybe maximum 15 inch laptop, much bigger than that internal laptop cell. So it looks like we have two laptop cells on this backpack, which is kind of cool. Now on the very top of this FPV backpack, if you look super close, they kind of have like a black on black type of embossing over top of this material, whatever this material is. But I can see like brushless motors in here. There's what looks like some type of Cinewhoop here. We also have like looks like a flight controller. It looks like FPV module and some other type of 3D printed parts in here. So it's kind of cool they put some extra detail into this bag, and it goes all the way around the side. Looks like there might be a race whoop on the side, as well as some 5-inch race drone here. More motors back here. It looks like a pair of FPV goggles, another type of frame on the very back. But that's kind of just cool little detail that they put into this bag. And it looks like they put some decent work and thought into this bag. It's not just kind of another cheap FPV bag out there for guys to grab on the cheap. It's much better quality than what I've seen for UAV's $55 FPV backpack option. So, I mean, at the end of the day, is this going to be a backpack that you're going to want to buy? Is it worth it? Is the quality looking decent? Does it have a lot of options? And does it look like it's going to last for the test of time over the next couple of years? I think I can answer most of those questions in this review, and I have to say, yes, I think it's going to last. It looks like the stitching on here is nice. It's much better quality than the cheaper, say, sub $60 FPV backpacks, and it's not as expensive as something like the Beta, what is it, the Beta Flight backpack. There's a lot of really expensive ones out there, and in this day and age, I think this is a nice mid-range backpack that has decent options. You'll be able to get quite a few quads in this mainsail, as well as your FPV radio, your goggles up top, and having this top pouch up here, I really like that because it's easily accessible while you're flying, and I really like the fact that they did the flat bottom on this backpack with multiple cells for laptops as well as your keys and accessories, and it just seems to be pretty sturdy feeling it, and it has a ton of padding in it. So I would give this one like maybe 2 thumbs up, and I would definitely check this one out before I got something cheaper. Get something a little bit better. Like they say, you get what you pay for. And I'm not a big fan of paying $300 or more for an FPV backpack. It's just, I would rather just go find something in my shop that I had before and make something else work. But if you're looking for an FPV backpack specifically, this one's in a good price range and it's decent quality. So I would rate this one about a 4.3 out of 5 stars. It looks like a good offering. So I'll put a link down below for this backpack as well as some cheaper options like we discussed. But hey, you get what you pay for, guys. So get a decent backpack and I think it'll last you for the long run. And I think this is a good choice. So thanks for watching my reviews, guys. I'm Justin Davis. Take care, guys. Happy FPV, and I'll see you on the next one.